And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where we talk about foreign exchange trading, and hopefully making money doing all those things. Certainly not a guarantee, and there are risks. However, let's first get this is my daily Forex update and trade review. So we'll see what's going on in today's markets after a tumultuous weekend with the United States and Israel bombing Iran and creating all sorts of global uncertainty in the world, or not that there wasn't uncertainty to begin with. I guess there was certainty that, that weird things were going to happen, and then things got weirder. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get into the risk disclosure. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And then with the second part, there was CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And that also goes with Bitcoin and crypto. So I don't know if no one really says that for Bitcoin and crypto, but they should. It is. You can lose a lot, and you can lose money. For instance, let's look at Bitcoin right now. Well, hold on. Let's go to here. There we go. Now let's look at Bitcoin. That's what Bitcoin looks like. So if you bought in way up here and you're way down here, either I don't know. That's I don't know if you're down 50% in Bitcoin. I'm not sure that would hold on to that. But at any rate, not sure I'd sell either. I just don't know what I'd do if I were in that position. So I'm not in that position because I'm in Forex, so we do different things. For example, we look at the DXY, which is right here, and this is the weekly. We're going to go to the daily chart. See if we can't make sense of this and maybe see some opportunities for trading. Look at that big pullback right there. That is a giant pullback on the dollar from 85, 98.57, which is probably where it opened at last night. It's got a lot of pullbacks to talk about this morning. Not sure if that's going to refill or not. But right here's the euro versus the look at those two big pullbacks and two big days in a row. We have last week it pulled back a lot. This week it pulled back a lot. So the euro was starting to take off, then changed its mind against the pound twice. We'll see what happens with that. Not quite sure what to think of that. Euro versus dollar. Big pullback as indicated. It's the largest component of the DXY. So when the DXY does this is going to do the exact opposite. Or maybe not the exact opposite, but pretty close to it. It's 57% of the DXY. Why? I don't know. I didn't make up the number. But it's just something to... there are 6 other currencies, including the British pound, the Japanese yen, I think the Canadian dollar, the Swedish krona, and one more, and probably the Japanese yen. Oh, I already said that. And one other. I'd have to look it up. They're in I think the next component is like 14% or something like that, and that's the British pound, but maybe the Canadian dollar. That would make sense. But at any rate, this is what we have for the euro versus the dollar. Pulled right back off this new DeMark resistance level. So we're playing around with these monthly DeMark levels to see just where they are. The other one's way up here. So we're actually expecting a run this month, if you look at just the mathematics of it. And the way the DeMark resistance and support go. Now this is a lot different. Well, I don't know where it is. Resistance one's here. Where's support? Oh, support's way down here. So the same thing for the US dollar and the yen. We're looking at it topping out right at about 156, which is about where it tops out every time. 157. And we'll see if we'll get that pullback that we're possibly looking for. And the dollar and the yen, right now we don't have it. But it is a second. There's all sorts of wild things that can go on. Let's see. For example, if Russia gets involved and nukes one of our carriers, that would be horrible. But that'd be bad. But anyway, let's see. We have the what have we here? We have the pound versus the dollar. and it is also having a big pullback. Got down to about 133 and then changed its mind. So we've got a lot of support down here, maybe. We'll see if it slowly creeps in and creeps back in. But 133.79 is a good support level for the pound. It seems to be holding on to that. DeMark support is way up here, so it's actually trading below the DeMark support level with the resistance way up there. So we'll see if it fills that in by the end of March 31st. That's an experiment. That's not a prediction. That's an experiment. Don't take that as a prediction, because if you go to here, oh yeah, let's talk about risk on, risk off. We're kind of neutral today, neutralish for risk on, risk off. And the strongest currencies right now are the Aussie and the Kiwi, with the Japanese yen way down there, dollar not much above the middle-ish, and the Great British Pound just beneath that. And that usually fluctuates throughout the day. That's not something that you just say you hold on to for a week and say, hey, it's going to stay like that. Nope. It'll be different probably by 5 o'clock. Same thing with risk on, risk off. When I got up this morning about an hour ago, about 4:30 American time, New York time, we were at risk off and a 31. So those things change, and change a lot. Oh, ATR's perking up. How about that? ATR's perking up in the Great British Pound. So you get some activity in there. Let's see, pound versus the yen. This is always a good time. Pound versus the yen is right there, right at its DeMark March M1, monthly one. No, that's got to be support. Text, go S1. Because resistance is way up there, so that's my support level is right there, right below it. So, but both the yen crosses are below the DeMark levels, and that's where I stopped doing the DeMark levels. I may pencil in some more a little bit later on today, and see what happens with those. Did I put them in here? This is just intrigues me right now. This one, support and resistance is way up there. Yeah, that one is just I don't understand what's going on with this one. Why those calculations work with that one? That's the monthly calculation, and it's way up there, so we won't talk about that. Pound versus the yen 2013. Oh, I just saw this more about an hour ago. Is at 209.75, so it's on the move. It's pulling back. Big buy area. Now maybe the time to get into it. It may not be the time to get into it, because support levels tend to turn into resistance. We'll see if this 210 level, what's the level on that? 210.72 turns into resistance for the pound versus the yen, and then it takes a trip south. Euro versus the yen, right there in the middle. Not much of a pullback, not as much of a pullback, but pretty steady right there at 184.19. Not really, kind of directionless right now. Would not jump into that trade today. This is the one that intrigued me yesterday. This is appearing like it might be a good time to get into it. Now, not so much. I was thinking that it might be time to look at some. I think I went down to the 4-hour chart and showed a little bit of risk. I did. So it was right here yesterday. So this would have been a good time to come up here, and then possibly get out here. Looking at when I look at this yesterday morning, Sunday morning, it was 136.46. Went up to 136.84. 50 pips. I can't really get crazy about 50 pips. That's still very, would not get into that trade right there. Let's go back to the dollar, to the daily side of things. Right here, and it is a doji. So it's forming a doji right now. It's got, another 11 hours to figure out what it's going to do. Otherwise, if it stays like that, it's a possible turnaround sign that we could see some more bullish activity. Unless it turns red, then it doesn't mean much of anything. Could mean a continuation. Pound versus the yen. Again, we trade what we see. We don't try to predict the markets and be right on anything else, because the only thing that's right is the price action in the market. That's the only thing that's consistently is going to happen. Now this is neat right here. Got a triple top forming right here on the Canadian versus the yen. Very interesting. We'll see if it goes through it. So this is the area that we're going to see if it goes above 115 today and holds. I would like to see it above 115.60 before it turns into a real bite. Oil. Whoa, look at that. It was all opened up way up here at $75 a barrel and then pulled back. And then came all the way down here to $69 a barrel and then it's came back up to 72. So who knows what's this is the I knew this was going to happen. Matter of fact, I mentioned this yesterday in yesterday's weekly review. You can expect oil to open around 72, and it did. Right now, it's sitting right at 72. So here we have the Aussie versus the dollar. Just kind of hanging out right there, about 71ish, 70.93. Gold. Look at gold go. You get geopolitical tension, you got gold soaring. And you should have all the metals soaring, but we don't. Just gold right now. Except look at silver at $95, 95 and a half an ounce. So we've got more geopolitical tension going on, more uncertainty, and then we have the metals taken off because they are the biggest safe haven in the world. They have proven it compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is you lose electrical power, you don't have any Bitcoin. That's the biggest thing that's the Achilles heel for Bitcoin to me. Metals. Platinum, hanging out, not as strong as gold. Palladium, not as strong as either one of them. I don't trade those anyway. Silver, got a lot of interest in silver, and it is perking up. 95.50 right now. Could see it go even further. So with that, that is all I've got today. I hope you guys have a great one. Trade carefully. It could be very, very choppy today with a lot of geopolitical tensions going on. If you like this video, then hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these videos, then hit the subscribe, and I'll be sure to, and YouTube will be sure to notify you when I put these videos out. And lastly, if you want to talk to me, then we'll go ahead and comment in the comment section. I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. So you guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.